A few weeks ago, you'd have said that Arsenal needed to throw the kitchen sink at strengthening their squad in the January transfer window. The Gunners were sinking without a trace and had plenty of issues in the squad. Those, however, largely came about as a result of several injuries. Chief among them was Martin Odegaard's absence. The captain missed 12 matches due to an ankle injury, but since his return to the starting lineup against Chelsea a few weeks ago, Mikel Arteta's men are now back in form. Since the last international break, Arsenal have scored 13 goals in 3 games, evoking memories of that remarkable run at the beginning of the year when the Londoners scored 21 goals across consecutive league matches with West Ham, Burnley, Newcastle, and Sheffield United. Arsenal looking to sign Bundesliga winger. If there is one area of the Arsenal squad that could still do with more depth, it's in the wide areas. That was a problem area during the summer window, but until the 11th hour, they decided not to do any business. A market opportunity came about as a result of Chelsea's inflated squad. Raheem Sterling was available on loan, and having been a player who's worked with Arteta before, the Gunners were happy to bring him in. You sense that Sterling's long-term future does not lie at the Emirates Stadium, and reports ahead of January suggesting Arsenal could sign a new winger only substantiate that claim further. According to reports from Sky Germany this weekend, Borussia Dortmund forward Jamie Gittens is on the radar of several teams, including the Gunners. It's reported that they are not alone in their pursuit of the Englishman, who has also attracted the interest of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham. What makes Gittens so special? A former product of the Chelsea and Manchester City youth academies, Gittens has followed the Jude Bellingham and Jadon Sancho route to stardom by trading English football for the Bundesliga. It's safe to say that's been a phenomenal decision as the young 20-year-old is making waves during what has been a real breakout season at Dortmund, starring not just in domestic action but in the Champions League too. Gittens has already scored 8 goals and supplied 4 assists this term, with 4 of those goals coming on the biggest of continental stages. Perhaps most impressive was his performance against champions Real Madrid. The German side may have lost 5-2, but the English wonderkid was a rare bright spark. So, what could England's next superstar, as he was dubbed by one German outlet, offer the Arsenal team? Predominantly a right-footed left winger, he would provide fine competition for the likes of Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard. In truth, he could be a far more explosive asset than the Belgian in particular, with Gittens possessing a Bukayo Saka-like ability to make something happen out of nothing. Here's how the two compare in league action this season. So, there are some key differences here. Saka has been one of the best creators in European football this term, registering a ridiculously high number of assists per 90 minutes. While Gittens doesn't perhaps have that level of creativity just yet, like his fellow countrymen, he's an elite-level ball carrier. The very fact he ranks within the top 5% of positionally similar players in the Champions League this term of successful take-on says it all. One area they are particularly alike is their ability to press and win the ball back, attempting a very similar number of tackles from the flanks. Gittens is, of course, still very raw, but all of the foundations are there for the English talent to blossom into a Saka-like winger, albeit from the opposite flank. This would be a very exciting signing for Arsenal if they could pull it off.